GM, and welcome back to Crypto Saving Expert, the show where we discuss the latest cryptocurrency news and introduce you to the pioneers and the founders of the space. Today, I'm joined by Danny from Foxify. Danny, how is everything going, man? Foxify has absolutely been ripping. The platform is looking great. What is going on in the world of Foxify?
Yeah, and thank you. Look, credit to CSE. Last time we were on for a stream, and we'll have many more. The token pumped about 30% in 2 days afterwards. So no pressure. I think we just saw a couple of sales on the chart actually. So not financial advice, might be a good time to get in. But we're about the platform. Really, the token earns from the platform. And today's a big day because we pushed our starter challenge, our on-chain prop trading challenge last week, and Pro goes live today. So that's where you can instantly get $2,500. You only get promoted one level and you have $5,000 and you get your deposit back, by the way, after getting promoted one level. So today's a big day. If you're feeling bullish on the market, today is a good day to be on Foxify.
And Danny, actually, before we talk about the challenge and some of the ways people can get stuck into, because there is some giveaways as well, guys. There's some prizes to be won, but we will get into that. But let's talk about the market, because the market has been interesting. A lot of us thought the summer was going to be quiet, but actually everyone's been trading. Everyone's been glued to the charts. And right now, we had a bit of a flurry. We can see on the chart here, actually behind us, went up to 112,000. Some people were calling for 116, 117 last night. We didn't push any further. We are back down at 110, where we have been ranging for a little while now. But what's your thought on the overall market, Bitcoin, and also some altcoins?
So I'm not a trader actually, and I just try and find people that know a lot better than I do. And the people that I'm listening to at the moment were calling for sort of 105 Bitcoin, and they do what I like. I like listening to people that change their mind, based on what's happening day by day. I've seen too many people with confirmation bias just wreck themselves being short or long by not being able to go. So those guys have flipped actually from being bearish to 105 to saying that we think we'll see a bullish continuation. So I'm currently in an ETH long actually. But rough time on my funded account last night. In fact, completely screwed up. I was in a short right at the top and then fumbled it big time. Going to make it all back today. But that bullish continuation, that's the chat that I'm getting. I think a big push on alts is likely. I'll just be careful. I think if we do see a big pullback, I think
wise words,
we haven't seen one of those minus sort of 15% days on alts for a while.
They will come. They will come.
Make sure you use stop loss, because it can just hit like that, right?
It's funny you mentioned your inside traders there. We have Block Pro, our in-house expert trader. Big shout out to Block Pro. Was actually on stream with me on Tuesday. So he is an expert. He got the short position from Bitcoin at 124. He put 500x short position on, and he actually closed his position yesterday. He was planning on holding that lower, and his he has changed his mind there. He actually closed that out. He did say the fees were very high on 500x there as well, but he's closed his position and he's expecting perhaps we head up from here. But it's interesting. Let us know what you think in the chat as well. Let us know what you're trading, what pairs you're looking at as well. We can see say here as well, up almost 1%. Not much movement today. Solana slightly down. That was hanging around kind of 210, went up to 212. I was hoping for a breakout. I'm actually in a long position on Solana, but a little bit hesitant right now. I'm thinking perhaps to close it at break even, to be honest with you.
Really interesting. What was your entry? Do you mind me asking?
209. So I took it actually in yesterday's session. It wasn't a trade I waited for. It was a live stream trade. So I kind of market bought it, and I'm a little bit hesitant. I was hoping it did go up to 212. I was hoping to push to 216, but now I think we can see here we're at 208. So perhaps
I think it's going to run. I think it's going to run.
I used low leverage because I wasn't completely confident in it, but that there is that potential to run higher. And I know a lot of our community, they're trading a lot at the moment. They're really getting stuck into it. So I'm excited for you guys to use funded when it opens later. Do we have an exact time, Danny? Or is it Web3 time?
Yeah, no. We'll be within the next couple of hours. We don't do exact because we've had some.
No.
There was a very interesting launch we did once where not our current CTO, a previous CTO, said to me it'd be 10 minutes. It's a running joke in our community because it didn't launch for another day.
It's to be honest, I've been on, I imagine you have as well. We've been on both sides of things. You're waiting for a launch, you're waiting for a mint, and on the other side of things, though, it is a tech, like the devs that handle the pressure and stress of launch days. It is crazy.
Massive. But today it will be within the next couple of hours, and it's really important. And this isn't a shield. This is this is alpha. We're doing some introductory bonuses that are only relevant on the pro track. So you deposit 500, you instantly get funded. So there's no evaluation. You instantly have $2,500. You only have to go up one level, and you then have $5,000, and you'll cash out the 500 back. So we're doing a $250 bonus for the first 10 people that just get promoted one level, right? And then we're doing a 10 times $5,000 bonuses for the first 10 traders to cash out at platinum as well. So there's a minimum cash out at platinum of $10,000. So being early is really going to help today if you're interested in this, because like I say, you only have to get promoted one level, you get your minimum your $500 back, and you'll get $250 bonus, and you have $5,000 worth of house money to trade with at that point. So you want to go to funded, start my journey. It should be there. If it's not, just probably your cash. There you go, start a new journey. So you can see entries live and pro. You haven't connected your wallet, so that's why it's not offering you. And then you've got pro there, and then we've got flash funding that will be coming most likely next week, which is a sort of flexible way of just, like you, for instance, actually is a really good one. If you wanted to trade with a bigger size, then what you could have done with your Sol Long, for instance, is say you had $1,000, is you could go and borrow $4,000 from our vault, open up a $5,000 position. And then you can take a bigger size, still low leverage, but a bigger size, set a tight stop loss, and now you're trading with $4,000 or $5,000 rather than $1,000, and you just pay a 10% fee of any profits back to the vault. It's a way of just accessing liquidity for an instant trade, and then you just pay like a fee for borrowing that liquidity for a short period of time. Only if you're successful, actually. If you're not successful with your trade, you don't pay any fees to us.
Yeah, we've just got, I'll just run through the chat here as well. We've got a question from James for you here, Danny. Is there KYC?
No KYC. If you know prop trading, James, where do we start? So this is real trading. It's against real market makers. We guarantee cash outs. If we deny a payout, which we'll never do, but just to help you as well, we say we'll pay you $50,000 if we deny a payout. So you don't have to worry about that. There's no KYC, no funky trading rules. You can hold overnight. You can trade the news. You can use hedging. You can get your nan to trade for you. Whatever you want to do. If you've got an edge and you want to use funded to make money, because we earn if you earn, by the way. So we get a share of your profits. And because it's real money, actually, we want to see you win. Prop firms they're like casinos. We know this, right? Casinos can only exist if people lose, right?
Of course.
Like who pays the salaries?
I figured that out when I was 18. I walked in with about 10 or 15 lads for one of my friend's birthday. We all came out the casino. We were all going, who's up? There was one person out of a group of 15, and I looked around, all the lights, all the security, and I was like, right, it's just the money bit.
100%. And prop trading is exactly the same. Those businesses, it's not real trading. They can only survive if you keep giving them deposits, and they do everything they possibly can not to pay you out. So stop using them. Use funded. You're trading real money against real counterparties, and it's not a casino. It's we will be cheering you on. If you do well, we do well.
We just go through the chat quickly as well. We've got Frido here. Hello, everyone. Excited for the event. We've got John Brown, GM. We've got No Filter. Hello. We've got Johnny is active. Jerry is also active. We've got Mike here. Let's go down. We've got Sammy T as well. GM. Bruce, good day. Thanks for tuning in, Bruce. And we've got Simon here as well. Good to see all you guys. If you have any questions for myself or Danny as we go through, please whack them into the chat as well, guys. And we've also got Frank here. Good to see you, my man. Thanks for reposting. But Danny, Frank. I also have to ask, I can see, if I just pull up over to here, I can see we have an Arbitrum logo. What is the easiest way for people
Sonic.
to...
So it's only available on Sonic at the moment. So you need USDC on Sonic. It's a bit of a weird, I still haven't worked this out, but it's USDC and USDCE seems to be the same thing on Sonic as far as I'm concerned. So get your hands on some USDC. You need a tiny bit of Sonic, but you actually deposit onto the platform. So you don't need to pay gas on every transaction, by the way. So you need the tiniest bit of Sonic because you deposit and then it's gasless transactions from there on in. So like I say, a little bit of Sonic, get your USDC, get deposited. You instantly can have $2,500 in your trading account today.
And your bridge over here, does that bridge from EVM to Sonic, or is that available?
Well, Sonic is an EVM, but you can actually on the bridge, if you look at the bridge, actually you can go from anything to anything. You can also buy the Fox token on the bridge, a cheeky insight. So if you stake the Fox token, you earn 30% of fees. Not just you, but the token does. And you can actually buy the Fox token actually through the bridge also. But if you're just looking for USDC there, go to the bridge, whatever you've got it on, doesn't matter if it's Solana or whatever, you can get across to Sonic and boom, you're off.
Brilliant. And what were some of the reasons behind choosing Sonic? Was it the low transaction fees and the speed there?
It's good technology. They were running a big airdrop, which, if I'm honest, it was a flop. I don't care if they want. They handled it horrendously, so I'm not going to pull any punches. And there was a lot of promises made, so it's great tech. I think the team's got a big learning curve, if I'm honest, to be competitive with other chains. But fantastic tech. It's very quick. But we will be moving to other chains. So we already have agreements with multiple other chains, multiple other platforms. You'll see funded. We're on Orderly at the moment, which is doing about 1 billion a day volume right now. We've added about 500 traders to Orderly. You can see there, we've already done the integration with Vertex, but they've just been bought by Inc. chain. So that's a plugin ready to go. We've already got a partnership with Apex. We've got many, many more in the background. So, we will be multi-chain, multi-platform, even multi-channel. It'll be decentralized and centralized platforms in the future.
Brilliant. And just down here, we can see some of the trading volume, some of the users. And let's talk about the amount of Fox that's been burned as well, and some of the plans coming up, and some of the utility for Fox as well. So main utility for Fox is that it's a reward token. So 30% of all of our income is used to buy back the token, then distribute to the staking pools. So at the moment, I think EB Fox is about 55%, has been as high as 200-300%. As you can see, nearly 95% of all of our supply is locked. And most of that is behind a 15% withdrawal fee. So tokens like very strong, very stable. It's deflationary. We couldn't mint it if we wanted to. We don't have any capacity to do that. Future utilities we are looking at. We have NFTs. So we have NFTs where you can get additional collateral on funded, and we'll be turning those on in the coming weeks. But we are looking at further utility for the token. So maybe if you're a Golden Fox, which is owning 5,000 EB Fox tokens, then you instantly get funded with more capital on the platform. So we are exploring some options like that as well. Brilliant. I'll just pull down here some instructions how to get funded, why choose Foxify. We've mentioned a few of these already, but I think some of the biggest draws to Foxify is the kind of the no rules as such. You mentioned prop firms in the past. You have to place a trade between a certain time, and you have to make sure it's within these parameters. Why was it so important for you to kind of lower these parameters and just kind of give the traders a bit more free will?
Yeah, look, I think you have to step back and ask why are they creating those rules, right? And they claim they're creating those rules because it's about risk management, blah, 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 blah. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. They're not trading real money. It's not even practical to give someone $200,000 with leverage, right? It doesn't matter. Even if you're on Bybit, if you want to go and do a market open at 20x leverage of 200K, you're going to move the order book. It's not efficient at all. But people get sucked into it. It's like a casino. So it's absolute bullshit. They create the rules because they're trying to do everything they possibly can so you don't cash out. What we want is a completely blank slate. So if you have a bot, and we are looking at this, by the way, so we have a partnership that we're plugging in the background at the moment with an institutional partner who's going to offer a strategy on our platform that will trade on our platform as well, and users can deposit into that. And we're looking at maybe linking that to funded, so that if you have a bot, you want to plug it in, you can win them, then we'll cheer you on. So we take away all of the rules because we're not interested in getting in your way of making profit. We want to remove all the barriers so you can make as much money as possible because we get a profit share, right?
Brilliant. And can we speak about some success stories as well? Perhaps I can take a look at the leaderboard as well. But has there been any traders or even anonymous traders, perhaps you don't know who they are, that have absolutely hit it out the park?
Absolutely. There was so this is our V2, right? So we're just launching our V2 and we're going through those phases at the moment. Actually, if you go to the funded challenge leaderboard there, go and have a look at that. You can actually see live, even though most of them are just starter challenges, all of those traders are currently in profit.
Yeah.
So there's how many accounts there? And this is live data, by the way.
This is page 2.
So 16 traders are currently in profit on the platform.
Brilliant.
And so but in our V1, actually, we launched our V1 August last year. There was some traders who really made a living out of it, basically.
Amazing.
They really made a living out of it, because ultimately, if you've got $500 to your name and you're a fairly decent trader, you should be able to grow that to a $10,000 account in a few steps on Pro. With $10,000, you can make an income from that, right? If you know what you're doing, or even like I don't particularly know what I'm doing, but I do find some success listening to people that do, and making sure I use risk management, because sometimes they're wrong. So as long as I'm using stop loss and following the guidance of smarter people than me, then you can definitely use funded to generate a real income. Whereas that's what the prop trading industry sells you, but it's just, sorry to be crass, it's just bullshit. They can only survive if you lose. We thrive if you succeed.
Yeah. I've heard some horror stories from from community members and people that have taken part in it. And like you say, often it is refusal to pay because it's paper trading. they don't have the money to send you.
There was never a trade. They have to send you their money, right? If you're successful, of course they don't want to do that.
Just wanted to say shout out to Steve as well. Howdy. Good to see you, my man. Let's talk about the staking here as well. Is that a feature which you've been pushing recently? You obviously mentioned 94% of tokens are locked up. Have community members and holders, why have they been staking Fox? What are some of the returns here, and what can they expect going forward?
Yeah, so you can see, so the pool that gives the best returns and where most tokens are, if you go down slightly, is the EB Fox pool, which stands for Earn and Burn Fox, because it has a big withdrawal fee. So that APY is quite low, actually. Normally it's 3 figures plus, and as our volume increases, that's going to start accelerating. So most of our holders are in EB Fox. So if you're buying the Fox token, which is your decision to make, we're all adults, and you're staking it, you have confidence that nearly 19 out of 20 tokens in existence are in that pool. Now remember that 2.5 out of 20 tokens are in the liquidity pool, so that leaves we're talking about a couple of percent of tokens that are free float at the moment. And when people do withdraw, then that 15% fee doesn't go to us, it gets distributed to everybody that's staying in the pool. So you've almost got this security. If a whale, our price pumped a lot in the last couple of months, and we saw a few whales, although the chart's done pretty well actually, a few whales did sell some tokens, but they paid a ton of rewards to the people that stayed in the pool. So you've almost got this, they have to pay like a penalty to everybody else that isn't selling if they do.
So it's a good mechanism. And we've seen exchange, we've been talking about exchange tokens for a while at Crypto Saving Expert. I think for me, exchange tokens have really led the charge. Do you consider Fox an exchange token?
I suppose yes. Although we're not an exchange. We build our technology on top of other platforms. So
Yes.
we've built
Yeah.
with Vertex, Apex, Orderly, many others in the pipeline as well. So really, where we want to be in a year is that you go on to Bybit and you see a little funded logo.
Yes. Yeah.
And in a couple of years, it'll be Robinhood, eToro, and basically,
Coinbase.
yeah, exactly. Anywhere you go, you'll be able to see that funded logo and access instant liquidity to increase your profit potential, basically.
I think we've got James here is looking forward to the challenge. He says, as they used to say on Stingray, anything could happen in the next 5 hours.
Yeah.
And we got Wacky here saying Foxify is the best. Good to see you guys. But yes, we've been talking about exchange tokens at Crypto Saving Expert for a while, and I guess for me, Fox kind of falls into that category a bit because as users increase off the platform, you're going to see the token increase in price. So definitely want to keep an eye on, guys. Is there anything else you want to bring up while I'm on this page here, Danny? Is there anything to take a look at and talk through?
No, look, I think, if I think most people in this industry would chew both of their arms off to have the technology that we've built and to have the partnerships that we've got. We boast in some amazing partnerships, and it's not even 5% of the partnerships that we already have agreed in the background. I think most people would give, both of their arms as well to have a token that's got 95% locked. And we've been through that cycle, right? We have had difficult times with the token going back, sort of, dragged down by the market at times, but we've got through that cycle of the YOLO and the JEETs, and now we've really got the hodlers on the token. So we feel like super confident. I buy my own token. I love holding it. I know it's going to have increased scarcity, and I know that it earns real revenue from people that are using the platform. But today's all about funded. You want to get on a pro challenge today. Get yourself promoted one level, and you're gonna get minimum $750 back, and you'll be on your way to that $10,000 at platinum as well.
Brilliant. And what's the best way for people to make sure they don't miss when Funded goes live as well? Where will the announcement be?
Yeah, so it'll be across all our channels. So follow our Twitter now, and this is streaming on X. I'm a bit of a boomer. Follow our Twitter, but get into our Discord. So we give free trading signals in our Discord as well, by the way.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are doing well on their challenges. We've got loads of partnerships with different trading communities also, which then give signals and advice. We've got traders that are going to be coming in doing live streams and so on. So get into our Discord. I'd really recommend that. That's where the energy is. Yeah.
Brilliant. And guys, if we have any questions to wrap up for today, shoot them into the chat. If not as well, welcome to ask me in the Discord. And like Danny said as well, their community is the best place to get those questions answered as well. If you have any questions, though, whack them into the chat now or the Discord and we will get to them. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting day. I hope to see a lot of our community win those prizes and be boasting about it as well. But Danny, always a pleasure to have you on. We'll definitely have you back on in a few weeks' time, because you're always coming out with some new announcements, some new updates. So it would be a pleasure to have you on when they come as well. And good luck to everyone taking part in the challenges today. Get funded, guys.
Yeah, definitely get funded. We're rooting for you. We're the only prop trading app out there that wants to see you win. So good luck, guys.
Woo! Take care, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Goodbye.